Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, to the Blessed Hands TV with yours truly, Tendie. Thank you so much, guys, for 120 subscribers. I would have never imagined. I'm so grateful and I'm so excited. Thank you so much, for sharing with your friends. I see you guys share my stuff on Facebook. I see you guys like repost on Instagram and stuff like that. Make sure, post when you're watching and everything and tag me on my Instagram. I'm so excited to always see that every time. Yeah guys, so before I get into the actual video, I just wanted to say, you guys, the talk through video that I want to give you guys some information on how to apply to come to the University of Debrecen, particularly I think to study medicine, because I think that information is more accessible to me. But I think that I'm going to try to keep compiling more information so that you guys can come onto this channel and get 1 or 2 tips or even just general advice on doing that. So that video is coming through. I'm preparing for it and I'm doing my research, so stay tuned for that. Today I'm coming to you with a story time on my first ever job and how it happened. In the spirit of the Bonnet Chronicles, let's get the bonnet. There we are. Oh, in case you guys don't know, this is my Teddy combo. Yeah. So guys, this dates back to when I think just finished my A-levels back home in Zimbabwe. So that A break, you don't really have much to do. You're chilling at home waiting for your results to come kind of thing. So I was okay chilling at home. I didn't have any bills to pay. Like if I wanted to go hang out with friends, in town or anything like that, like I'd ask my mom or my dad, for like some money, and they would give it to me, and then I'll go hang out with my friends and I would come back home. Right? And I was totally okay with that life. Like I'd been studying and going to school for so long, so I was really looking forward to this break, right? To just like sit around and do nothing. But most people obviously wanted to find like jobs that they could do and get a little money. To be honest, I wasn't really interested in that. Like I just wanted to chill at home, and also like the economic environment, like people with like degrees and much more qualifications were finding it really hard to get a job that time. So I was just like, what are the odds that me and my little O-levels would get like a job? So I didn't even bother trying, on top of the fact that I was just lazy. I just wanted to sit around and do nothing at home, right? So I remember at that time I was talking to a particular guy who was like a friend, but he was doing the most, trying to impress me and all that stuff, right? But this guy wasn't, I guess, what I was into. Like at the time, he was a bit like cocky and a bit prideful, and it was a complete put off for me, right? So he was, when guys do stuff to make themselves feel better or feel good, not necessarily to please you, and you can feel it. Do you get what I'm saying? If he's doing the most, this is why for me, like, I guess especially nowadays you see all these like celebrities who make these really extravagant gestures, with the big like room full of roses and gifts and money and bags and stuff like that. And it makes me wonder, like, is it to make the person who's going to receive all these things feel good, or is it to make yourself feel good? It's like to feed your ego so that you can be like, oh yeah, like I did all this stuff, and if it ceases to be about making that other person happy, and then like, I mean, you might as well just buy yourself the flowers then. Buy yourself the chocolates then and eat them. Wega, So anyways, that's my 2 cents. So it didn't really feel genuine. It just felt like it was being a show off and everything like that. So I remember that time my birthday came around. So this guy had a little like job that he was doing, and you know, doing his thing, which was cool. I mean, I'm not pressed. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I'm comfortable chilling at home, right? But it was kind of getting to the point where he would just kind of throw it in my face, right? That, oh yeah, you know, I'm like busy, or like I'm a busy guy because I have this like job thing going on, you know. And I'm just like, okay, whatever, right? So I remember at the time he hadn't asked me out or be his girlfriend, but we were hanging out. We'd go like, I don't know, like play games, go Fantasyland, you know, Eastgate and stuff like that. We just hang out with friends, you know, nothing major, right? But I was like on this like we're friends tip, right? And then he, on my birthday, he really did the most, you know, took me out. He was and I remember my mom was my mom was not so happy about that, because just like, it's your birthday, you're supposed to spend it like with your family and stuff like that. I was like, but you guys are not running away, I'm coming back home to spend it with you guys anyway, so is it okay if I just go out? Then my mom was like, okay, fine. So I went out, I dressed up, I wore like my really nice dress, my nice heels, did my little makeup and everything, and this guy took me to Mickles, actually, hotel in Mutan, you know, my Zimbabweans, my Harare people, you know. And you know, and he was like, okay, so would you like to have lunch, like grab whatever you want to grab? And for me, especially at the time, like I find it very uncomfortable to, I guess, take, you know, and because I had the feeling that whenever like a guy gives you so much or this much, he also expects something in return. And for me, I wasn't in a position, or I didn't want to give him anything in return, whether it's a relationship or anything like that, because I didn't like him like that. I liked him as a friend. I didn't just like his personality, you know. So I remember, I think I only got a milkshake, and he was like, yeah, you know, I wanted to get you a cake, but I was running late, so should I get you a cake? And I was like, no, thank you, and everything. He even came with like a little rose and stuff. I was like, bruh, this guy was really showing out, right? So I mean, when it's time to go home, I'm like, fam, why don't I just get this cake, right? So I'm like, okay, now I want the cake. So he ran to the closest baker's inn, got like a little cake or whatever, then waited with me. Then I took my combi, guys. Combi is like you know, those minibuses, right? Or I think some people call them taxis, but it's like a minibus. So I took my combi, then I went home, right? So I had 2 birthday cakes, and I'm not even like a sweets fan like that, like, but just for the sake of it, it was a nice birthday, said my thank yous and everything. So there came a time when this guy eventually asked me out, or to be his girlfriend or something like that, and I was just like, nah, like I only see you as a friend and stuff like that, right? So I guess it really hurt his ego, or maybe he wasn't expecting that response. And then I think at the time he told me that you're not like smart enough for me anyway, like, yeah, you're not good enough for me anyway. I think something of that nature, but something to do with the fact that like I wasn't, I guess, intelligent enough or smart enough or measuring up to who he was. Bruh, that one, hey, it shook me, it hit me right here. I was like, wow, god damn. Up until this day, there's no guy that has ever told me that. And I was like, bro, like, what weed are you smoking? Guys, man, I've seen things in this world, but yeah, this is what this guy tells me, and I was completely taken aback. Like, I think insulting my intelligence is one of those things that definitely sensitive for me. My looks, my what, I'm not pressed for that, you know, because I feel like all these things are relative. Some people can think I'm gorgeous, some people can think I'm just average, some people can think I'm like, bruh, I'm not that pretty. I actually don't care. But you know, things to do with that, my intelligence, my integrity, my morals, my standards, yeah, those are the things that are a bit shaky for me. Don't come for me like that, right? So now I was like, bruh, like what audacity does this guy have to be saying all these outlandish things? But I just wrote to him back. I remember on WhatsApp those days it was the thing, and I just wrote to him that, you know, pride comes before a fall. Like, what you said is not even something that you say to somebody, even if you feel that way, you know, and everything. And I mean, I guess it was my karma, because I think there's definitely a time I had insinuated those things or even said things of that nature to other people. So yeah, karma was coming for me, child. Yeah, anyways, and I left it there. And I remember that day I went into my mom's laptop at home. I looked through her CV because it was on the laptop, and I used it as a template. I made my own CV, and I literally got up that Saturday. Even I wore these little pink shorts, and guys, color blocking. Hey, a girl was blocked for the gods. I was wearing this gray top, these pink shorts, you know, these like golf shorts, kind of. They kind of look like semi-formal, and my little pink pumps, you know. I was matching my gray and pink, and I went to look for a job. My mom was like, where are you going? I was like, I'm just going to do my stuff. She dropped me off. She said, okay, I'll come pick you up later. I said, cool. I remember I went to Jet. I think they also have it in South Africa. I don't know if they have it in other countries like in Southern Africa, but yeah, I went to Jet. They weren't taking people at the time. Then I went to Edgar's and I dropped my CV. Mind you, you guys, my CV was in this like tiny bag rolled up in there. Nah, I still have the bag. I came with it. I need to show you guys. My CV was in this bag. This bag. Someone's going to look for a job. Oh. Yeah. So the lady who was there was the manager at the time. She was like, so where's your CV? And then I was like, oh, I have it. It's in here. And, you know, she just looked at me like, this child. I said, okay, let's see. And then I gave it to her. Fortunately, it wasn't that crumpled up because I kind of like rolled it. So when I unrolled it, it was still in decent shape. And then she was like, okay, so can you use like a computer system? Bruh, is it on me again? Me, Tendie, that is like the worst with computers and gadgets and stuff. I said, you can teach me. I can learn anything. And if you're not satisfied with where I am, then I can understand if you know, let me go, but I can learn. I'm willing to learn. I'm open to learning everything. And I was so confident. I didn't even think about how I was dressed, like how I presented my CV, but I was very confident. And it's still a lesson that I guess I taught myself, that sometimes the best thing you can wear is confidence, no matter sometimes how ignorant you may be about the other things, right? So she's like, okay, come back on Monday. She said, come back on Monday, bring your black skirt, your white shirt, red chiffon, and black shoes. And I came back, and Monday we did the interview and everything, and that's how I got my first job, guys, at Edgar's. I worked at 507 corner Speak and Jason Moyo, guys. I was an Edgar's girl. It's really tough, demanding job, but it groomed me a lot. You know, it groomed me a lot, and I'm very grateful for that experience. You guys, that's how I got my first job. Comment, like, and subscribe. Tell me how you got your first job, you know, how that happened, and let me know in the comment section, you know, if you would like to hear more story times from me about some of the crazy things I've experienced in this life, because we'll chat the ghetto. Take care and God bless, guys. Make good choices and stay blessed. Bye.